Crofty, I like it.
Honestly, I'm not a fan. His first sector was an 18.5. Still a long way off the pace, 17.6. The fastest first sector so far. And already, Paul, a long way back in that Toro Rosso, 2.2 seconds of grip.
It is for those tyres as well. You know, Gasly's only that far off, even having done the last sector. We know this Renault won't pull up a hill quite as good as what the Merc does and what the fastest sector is, and although he's got the super soft tyres on as well, so he's not been able to actually improve on that set compared to what he did before, so it didn't look the most optimum lap. Car looked a little bit lazy, a little bit understeer in places, a few lockups as you're going to see here. It's just not quite direct. They missed FP1, so massive sacrifice to your weekend already, and here's a good onboard to see exactly what happened. Doesn't push him too far, but you can see he's a good car off the apex, just going the longer way around, and obviously the longer you take the corner, the more time it is.
The bassist from Coldplay in the Ferrari garage. Seems like a good time to go down to their #1 fan in the pit lane. You've come up with more Coldplay references than I ever would have given you credit for today.
I do like a good Coldplay song, but I'm here to tell you about Fernando Alonso, whose session is not going well. Let's see if he throws the gloves. Yeah, he sort of tosses the gloves really onto the workbench at the back of the garage. The helmet comes off. Angrily, question mark. The balaclava's off. Resignedly, that's not a word, is it, Crofty?
Resigned.
Resignedly. Yeah. And Mr. Hasegawa from Honda looks at the engine.
Ooh.
So they thought it was just a leak. Fernando went out, as he said, he did 5 laps. I think he's done a total of 5 laps so far.
Yep.
And he felt that something wasn't right. Came back in. They thought it was just a leak they might be able to fix. But now it seems not. You up to date on what's going on. This doesn't mean it's the end of the session for him, even though it might look that way. But yeah, not too good.
Needs that Coldplay bassist to burst into the garage and give them a rendition of "I'll Fix You." Maybe that will help.
Yeah, I think the song is called "Fix You" rather than "I'll Fix You." But yes, nice one, Crofty. I like it.
Honestly, I'm not a fan. It's the only song I could think of theirs.
How can you not be a fan? They're an unbelievably good band.
Yeah.
Consistently. It's better than your plaid rock or whatever you call it.
Yeah, no kill switch engage.
Kill switch engage. So it sounds like something you find on a Formula 1 car.
It sounds like something that's happened to Fernando Alonso's engine.
Yeah, well, yeah. Good point.
I'm with you, Ted.
Awful.
Came in.
Awful. It's a racket. That's the correct choice of word. It's a racket.
When you came in, AC/DC was playing, and I mellowed it out a bit for you this afternoon. And still you're not happy. By the way, there's a few people saying that Ocon didn't have his car damaged, he had a puncture and the red flag in Baku. So he was fine to go out again.
I'll take it back.
Yeah. Just saying on the Twitter, that's all. And Razula says that we remind her of Statler and Waldorf this afternoon. I'm never quite sure which one of those was which, to be fair. Let's give it some Valtteri Bottas instead. In comparison, Paul, not a huge amount of difference between soft and super soft through that first sector.
No, there's not. Looks like the end of the lap it's actually gone away. Sebastian missed the last corner actually. Bottas is just locked the inside front in the mid-sector. Now he did that a lot this morning, got a big flat. Very vulnerable to doing that these days as well. It's just hurting the tyres. And you can see already the vibration in the front wing. Just through the wishbone you can see it. He's already...
Finishes that lap a tenth of a second up on his teammate Lewis Hamilton. Now, Sebastian Vettel improved by about 7/10 of a second. Bottas has only improved by 3/10 of a second. You don't expect a huge amount of improvement because it's such a short.
Fan standing here because I can see 2/3 of the racetrack, a lake at the bottom. After all the cityscape in the background, a crazy helicopter pilot with a camera ship pulling all sorts of stunts up. Hamilton came in here, I swear he did not lift off the throttle until after he'd started to turn into the corner, a bit like turn 1 in Suzuka, for example. No wonder, like I said, at the turn 1 and 2, these lap times are so low. The speed they're carrying everywhere is quite extraordinary. And the track surface is very good. It feels a bit like a motorway. Hamilton comes past me now. Absolutely full bore through the middle of the corner, over the blind crest, flat out. Now the reason he's having to have another go is he was so quick through 6 and 7, he never managed to stop it for turn 8 on the Prix. That lap, and he just tippy-toed off, slightly off the circuit, and then carried on. But they're so on the nose, these cars. You can just see the roll in the chassis. You can just the deflection in the tyres, and the car just its way into a corner. Just absolutely, all of them, absolutely extraordinary. But the speed that Mercedes were able to bring into this corner was quite something. There's no doubt about that. So yeah, I reckon the drivers must be really enjoying these cars on this track with the surface that they have now. You know, they're not moving around too much on the bumps. I mean, I'm looking down there at turn, a corner that used to be pretty terrifying, I must say, to go through on any given lap, but now they just sweep through there. But I have to say also, Valtteri Bottas is very much back on form, as we've got a Toro Rosso and a Red Bull trying each other on the way into the corner. A Toro Rosso moving under its own steam as well.
It's a rare sight.
How about that, as Hamilton on his cool down lap comes past me one more time. So pretty good out here, Crofty, to say the least.
Absolutely. Loving every second of it. Thank you very much indeed. Martin, let's just give you some times as we watch Max Verstappen. Ocon by 0.3 and Lance Stroll by 0.8 of a second. There's a lot of flow, there's paints on the underside of Max Verstappen's diffuser. He lost a 1/10 of a second.
Traffic, mid-sector. Again.
Watch Grosjean behind, 4 seconds.
He doesn't watch for me, so I don't watch for him.
Wow. He doesn't watch out for me, so why should I watch out for him? Says Lance Stroll. So what everyone else is doing, you do things right yourself. Verstappen with a 109.8 finishes 4th fastest. You're always going to get traffic issues here because it's a very short lap.
It is. Everybody backs up in the middle sector. There's not really much chance to get out of the way, actually. You can see even Hülkenberg finding that difficult to get by the force end at the end of his lap. As he finishes the lap off, I don't think he improved. Transponder again. There's something not quite going on with the time screen I'm watching, because he has finished that lap.
Yes, he has.
In the first sector.
Nothing's registered.
Can't really say too much about that. Seems to be updating very slow. Yeah, and it's not a very wide track, is it? But you can sense that Lance has obviously had some trouble with Grosjean, so he's going to give some trouble back.
Is he right to do that, or actually should he just concentrate on doing things his own way?
Would never do anything like that.
Just a little reminder.
There's Hülkenberg jumped up to P7, so it was a decent lap.
Probably got a toe from the force India as well.
Looks like he got a slight toe, didn't he? There's an argument he cut across the white line, but he had nowhere else to go to get by the force India.
Verstappen sliding his way a little wider there.
Good job, that car's high on ride height.
Isn't it just? Can I just say though, isn't it great? Look, everywhere you go at Interlagos, Paul, there's grass. There's a little strip of grass in between curbs and an asphalt runoff area.
That's exactly what we need, isn't it?
It stops people. We've not talked about track limits really at all, have we?
No,
because they all stay within the track limits here, because you are massively penalised if you go onto the grass.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more with you. This is going to be a decent lap by Danny Ricks. Looked much tidier than Max's lap. Max, the balance for his car. We know his comments in FP1 were very sharp, I must say.
Yes.
To the race engineer, but he got the point.
Ricciardo crosses the line, 3rd fastest overall for him. Penalty for new power units elements. That has been confirmed by the document issued by the FIA this morning. Christian Horner was talking to Simon and to Martin, but that document had already come out. Brendan Hartley and Pierre Gasly also getting some extra grid place penalties that they could do without. So Hamilton's quickest again, and once again it's a slender margin, and there is Marcus Ericsson off into the barriers. He's had a bit of a whack to the side there. Now he's kept the engine running.
He might just get away with that. Looks like the car's maybe a bit stuck though as he's tried to pull away. So
if he can get it into... No, he's managed to get it away. Well done there, Marcus Ericsson, for managing to get going again.
Right at the end of the lap as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So where's that? Is that Maguglio, the dive?
Yes, exactly, down the hill. Down the hill. Obviously went. Fortunate to get away with that, no front wing damage. Just whether the rear corner's okay, the wishbones. Looks okay actually, the wheel and sidewall of the tyre's fine.
He went in proper sideways, didn't he? Into that tyre. Have a look if we can. So he's on the curbs there, Paul.
That's earlier on. I was talking about Lewis between turn 6 and turn 8. This is the onboard, exactly where it is.
Oh yeah, Sebastian Vettel did this earlier, but he didn't go as far over to the right.
Good job he let go of the steering wheel. You can see the energy going through it.
Box.
Okay, box, understood. Do you know if you have damage? And we have to cool the engine down,
Maybe a little bit.
Okay, copy. So, cool the engine.
That.
Roger.
A bigger hit than we thought. That strange angle. It might have just got...
Van Dorn's case at the Sennares's and Ericsson's case at Maguglio.
Tightens up, vulnerable to lock in front, flick it down the hill into the left, straighten the car up as quick as you can, wind the throttle on. Off camber braking, you can see front locking. You do that every lap, you're going to struggle. Again, very much elevation change, car dancing about in the rear. Climbs up a hill, so you kind of brake for the last corner that you have to drive around, and you climb up the hill. As you can see, car goes out of sight. Keep the car nice and straight. Easy flat all the way behind the Ferrari. Finishes the lap. Guess he's on a high fuel run. There's your indication it is.